Hey, what's up guys? Tim DaGraca here. Super excited to share with y'all what I'm gonna be carrying in my tech bag for 2019. So first thing up is the bag itself. It's an official National Geographic Africa camera backpack. It's super rugged and made out of a canvas-like material on the outside, and it hasn't given me any trouble so far. It also has a leather flap at the top that you can use as a fashion statement, right? Or you can use it to hide the main compartment of the bag itself. Also on the front of the bag, you have a flap that you can use to quickly access something that you might have on the inside, like a DSLR, a mirrorless camera, or anything of that nature. On the sides of the bag, you have these pockets as well that you can utilize to put small items that you may need to frequently access, or you can utilize a net to put in a 16 to 20 ounce water bottle just in case you're out in the field and you need that quick drink to keep yourself hydrated. On the side, you have these straps that you can utilize to stick a small tripod like a Manfrotto compact action tripod. I wasn't gonna share this, but you can also use these straps to compress the bag just in case you need to meet carry-on requirements from Spirit or Frontier Airlines. All right, so for the top of the bag, you can just flip back that leather strap and you can access any one of the zippers at the top. You have these two smaller zippers that you can also use for small items, just like the side pockets, right? As well as the main zipper that's at the top. So for the main item on the inside, I'm gonna pull it out. It's gonna be the largest item, and it's actually my laptop. But before we get to the MacBook, I wanna take some time to talk about the case that I bought. It's a TomTalk case. It was like 20 to 30 bucks on Amazon, and it's made out of, I wanna say nylon on the outside, but I know for sure on the inside, it's made out of neoprene and microfiber, so it keeps that MacBook looking shiny, right, and scuff-free, but it also has these nubs that keep it from getting roughed up when it's inside of a bag. In terms of the MacBook, I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro. I know a lot of people are carrying the 13-inch and instead working on a desktop. For me, I wanted to have the ability to be able to edit anywhere I am, like inside of a Starbucks, or maybe I'm on break at work or anything like that. So I want to make sure that I can take my work with me no matter where I go, instead of having to be tied to a desk and having to edit my work there. Next thing up is my BeatsX headphones. And I do not go anywhere without these. These are just absolute lifesavers. They stay around my neck most of the time if I'm not going to an event or anything like that. But I know a lot of people will compare these to the AirPods and say the AirPods are truly wireless headphones, and I do agree, but they do not isolate, for me, the sound the way that these do. And not to mention, if you try to run with AirPods, and they don't fit your ears as well as some people's ears, then you might drop one like I did, right? And you might kick it down the street or in the forest or anything like that. So if AirPods aren't good headphones and you're looking for a wireless Bluetooth solution, BeatsX will do the job. Next up is my charger. I do not leave my house unless I have a charger. And I definitely don't use the 5-watt charger, that little square cube that Apple gives you in every iPhone box. Instead, I use a 10-watt iPad charger because I have a XS Max, and this charges the battery a lot faster. And I feel that if I'm gonna be doing work on my phone and on my laptop, I'm gonna need to make sure I'm always having juice on my iPhone. So let's go ahead and put that to the side. The next item up is my MacBook charger. And before I talk about the charger, I want everyone to know that the Mac has great battery. The Mac has great battery life, okay? If you're taking notes or browsing the internet or just doing simple things on the Mac, your battery is gonna last roughly about all day. If you are doing graphics intensive work like using Adobe Lightroom, Final Cut, any of Adobe's software suite, then you're gonna wanna make sure you have your charger. Because when you are using those graphics intensive programs, the battery depletes a lot faster than if you were not using those. So whenever I'm working in Starbucks and I'm editing a video or editing pictures, my battery is draining, but luckily I have my charger to make sure that I'm always at 100%. Next items up is my Rode wireless filmmaker kit. It consists of a transmitter and a receiver. Whenever I'm out in the field and I just want to get some good audio, I make sure that I always have this. That way I'm able to not use the onboard mics of my cameras, but instead have some clear, crisp audio that is attached directly to the subject. The good thing about this is I'm able to be at a distance, and it has super quick, easy one-touch pairing. It's only able to connect on one channel, so if you have multiple versions of these, they won't interfere with any of the other channels of the other transmitters or receivers. Y'all remember that small pocket I told you about? I almost forgot about it. Inside of it was my 1TB SSD from G-Drive. It's IP67 dust and water resistant, so I don't have to worry about any accidents happening around this. But I got this just because I wanted something that I can use as an external solution for all of my media, like all of my photography and all of my videos. I put all of that on here, and I edit directly from this device as opposed to editing from my MacBook itself. All right, the next item up is my USB-C to USB-A adapter. I only bought this because, as you guys know, as of 2016, Apple updated their MacBook Pro lineup, and they removed those legacy ports like the HDMI port as well as the SD card reader. And if you use SD card readers, or you have LaCie drives, or anything that uses USB-A, or anything that the old Macs have, then you're definitely gonna wanna get this, because this will allow you to connect those devices to your MacBook. I don't wanna say that it's a bad thing, but if you have to constantly buy these, and that's just more money out your pocket, and I have two, but right now in my bag there's only one. So if you have to buy dongles, buy enough, because there's a possibility you may lose them. Just like I said before, I have peripherals for my Mac. This is a cheap SD card reader that I bought from Best Buy for like 30 bucks. It's Insignia brand. Probably not the best of the brands, but it gets the job done, and I haven't had any issues with it. I just bought it just because I needed something to quickly, get files off of my SD cards without buying, that $70 adapter that Apple sells on their website. All right, last and certainly not least is my Fuji X-T2. I know that the X-T3 just came out. I bought this a year and a half ago, and I don't feel like the X-T3 is a big enough upgrade. And plus, for what I use this for, like B-roll or shooting quick pictures out and about, it serves its purpose just fine. I use this alongside my Fuji X-H1, which we're actually recording on now, but whenever I don't feel like taking a bigger camera and I want to be small and discreet, I take the Fuji X-T2. I'm using an XF 35mm 1.4 lens with a Tiffin variable ND filter. This allows me to shoot wide open when I'm outside in broad daylight and still have that beautiful blurred background. And I'd say that is pretty nice, wouldn't you? That's it for my tech bag, guys. If you guys have any questions or you want to drop some comments, just feel free to do that in the comment section below. I'd love to have you guys on the next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.